Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is a little sinister here. I'm bringing you another Pirates Online retribution. As long, ow, um, ow. Um, as far as you guys know, I ended up messing up my wrist. So, um, yeah, that actually happened. Um, my family, or my cousin said, hey, I got chronic jerk off disorder. It was a joke, but you know what I mean. Apparently, I have chronic jerking off disorder, so I mean, I'm just gonna roll with it. I don't really give a shit. But anyway, I've been, I'm doing POR and stuff like that. I actually enjoy playing this game, but I've also been talking about, let's say doing another series. I still have my PlayStation 2 Slim from shit since I was like 6 years old. I've had one. I have my PlayStation 2 yet, and you know, honestly, the video quality will be complete shit. But I was wondering, I want your vote. Do you believe I should do a childhood memory series? I found one of my old games from what I used to play whenever I was a real young kid, whenever I first got my PlayStation and stuff like that, and it was, the game was SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom. That was the very first game that I ever got for my PlayStation 2. One of them, anyway. And that was the one that I actually really enjoyed. So, I was wondering, should I do straight POR plus Pirates Online Retribution along with, other games that I may play in the near future? Or should I switch it up and play several different games while I play POR? I want you guys' opinion. I mean, I will always be doing the music stuff and stuff like that whenever I actually find the time to do it and actually have the just time in general and the time frame of actually being able to record a video. The next video that I plan on doing is it's actually a vocal cover, but it's more or less like me practicing my death growls. I mean, Motorhead, for example, Lemmy ended up having a very grungy slash, hard voice. Now I'm wondering that also, if you do you guys want to see me do both vocal and bass covers, or do you want to see me do just bass, me playing an instrument? Now, granted, anyone can do vocal covers and stuff like that. It's just that you have to be actually fairly decent, and I actually been getting back into me doing the screaming and death growls and stuff like that, and I've been also thinking, what are you guys' thoughts? I mean, I'm not doing this channel just for me. I'm doing it for you guys and what you guys actually enjoy watching. And, I'm going to be straight up with you. I mean, the POR isn't going to change. I mean, this was a game from my childhood. So, Pirates of the Caribbean Online was a game from my childhood. And, that's something that I actually enjoy playing, something I actually enjoy recording on and actually talking about and promoting, because it was one of the games that, founded me as a gamer, in my youth days. So to me, it's actually an honorable cause to actually promote the remake of this game. Now, granted, I said in the last video, I'm not going to talk shit on both parties of, Pirates of the Caribbean or Tlapo, for example. I mean, there's definitely two games out right now that, that are the same game currently. Pirates Online Retribution and Pirates, or the Legends of Pirates Online Tlapo. I think that's what it is, the Legends of Pirates Online. And yeah, that's what it is, Tlapo. But yeah, I've been actually I may actually do content of that as well. My main goal in what I'm doing right now, showing, what Tlapo is, or, what Pirates of the Caribbean Online is, I want to promote both games. I want to promote this game into becoming back to what it used to be back whenever I was a kid. Something to where we could all just have fun, play the game, and actually have fun with what we were doing. Back in Pirates of the Caribbean Online games, or Pirates of the Caribbean Online, we actually enjoyed the role play. We enjoyed the just being a, maxed out pirate that could kick anybody's ass. And if, you know what I mean, stuff like that. You know, me, I actually, I enjoy this game. I enjoy being able to be a pirate again. Any other games that I have played in the past, I haven't had the same, I don't want to say the same thought, or, the same feelings of the game. I just haven't had the same, feelings for other games that I had of this one. And now, since the game is actually coming back, it's bringing back, childhood memories of me actually enjoying, what I did. And now I can actually record on it, and, people actually may be watching my content. You guys know currently I have at least 7 subscribers. I haven't checked my YouTube channel ever since last night, but ever since I posted the roll call to other pirates. But I feel like Pirates Online Retribution has the opportunity to be better than the other copies, the other remakes, and everything like that. Granted, yes, there are issues. I just restarted my computer and I'm experiencing crash issues right now. And this also goes to, my last video. Where I said, we all have to start recording. We need to promote the game, and also to show the different bugs, the different glitches in the actual code, in the actual game. The developers have actually given us the privilege to actually enjoy the game again, to actually play Pirates Online again. The least we can do is promote the game for them, and also show the problems that we were experiencing. Like I said in the last video, it is so easy to record something that you're doing. Whether it is using your phone to record, you're sitting here, you have a, you use a styrofoam cup. Because that's what I did. Whenever you look back at my channel and you look at my Far Cry 4 hunting guide, this is exactly what I did. I stacked my 2 guitar amps together. And whenever I stacked them together, then I also got my, like a styrofoam cup, a red Solo cup, whatever. And whenever I did that, I ended up actually getting the appropriate height for what I needed at the time. But that's how I ended up doing my recording. Even if it's just, a Canon camera, or, you know, your iPhone, or just your iPod, or something of that nature. You know, you could record your gameplay. You could record, you know, what you're doing on, you know, what you want to do for YouTube, for example. I want to promote this game. I want this game to flourish. I want this game to actually be something. I don't want this game to end up coming down as soon as they start making progress, because they don't, you know, for example, they don't have enough players, you know, just stuff like that. You know, that's what happened with, I've played too many games where they have gone offline because either they got greedy, or else they ended up going offline because they didn't have a huge enough player base. And Pirates Online Retribution, I don't want them to go offline because they don't have a big enough player base. I want them to actually bring back the game to its former glory. I don't want the game to end up, oh hey, we got sailing implemented, we got, you know, blah blah blah. I don't want just that. I want the game to actually flourish into what it used to be. You know, I want Pirates Online Retribution and maybe Talapo to combine what they have. You know, I know there's mixed feelings around about Talapo and Pirates Online Retribution. And the thing is, that doesn't matter. You know, the past is the past, the present is the present, and the future is what we make of today. You know, a wise man once told me, you know, you keep one foot in the past and one foot on the present, you piss all over your future. And granted, you know, as a Pirates Online Retribution player, I am willing to let go all the bullshit that was spread, all the just toxicity that was spread about, you know, Talapo, about POR, you know, all that. And just for the actual privilege to play this game again, back into its former glory, and I hope you guys feel the same way. Now, the game, there's going to be change. There's going to be change in the game regardless. I see where POR is actually coming into... I crashed again, but I see where POR is bringing their thought process in. I see where they are wanting to bring a change to the game. I see what they want to do. Granted, the game is not going to... I mean, for us people who played it as a kid, or us people who played it years ago, we like it how it is, yes. But we also have to accept change. We have to accept that the game is going to change with new developers, with new people directing the actual progress of the game. We have to accept that there's going to be change. In POR, they've added several new features to the game. They're planning on adding new things, such as, you know, for example, you know, modern graphics. That is something that I believe the game could really go for. Technically, the game is back on Gothic 1, Gothic 2 graphic settings. Stuff that you could use a Windows XP computer and play. I have my graphics on high currently. And honestly, the game looks good. I mean, it performs great for me. But I'm not saying that I want to see change. I'm not saying that I don't want to see change. I want to see the... Damn it. Sorry. I want to see the game go in a direction where people will be drawn to the game. People will experience the same thing that I experienced as a kid. Whenever I played this game, whenever I was 8 and 9 years old, whenever I actually originally played this game, whenever I first started playing, I want people to see what the game was like and the improvements that can be made. I want to see, I want to see our future generation, our generation, not just our generation, but our children's generation play this game. I want to see this game up for years to come. I don't want to see this game go back down like it did whenever Disney ended up having it and Disney ended up um, actually doing the game. You know, back whenever I was a kid, I just would come home from school back whenever I was elementary, middle school, I'd come home from school and I'd end up starting to play this game. And whenever I'd start playing the game, that would be my decompression from the actual day that I had. Um, you know, stuff like that is what our stuff like that is actually what makes gaming enjoyable for me. Let's say, I had a hard day and I just want to relax and play, let's say, for example, POR or ARC or 7 Days to Die, all the games, there's a sole reasoning why I game. And the reasoning is to actually have a relaxing part of my life where I could actually just sit here and just forget about what happened during the day or what, I've been going through or just stuff like that. And that's what I enjoy about gaming. Whenever I play POR, I'm more focused on what I'm doing. Like, for example, right now, I'm on the road to maxing my sword out. And I'm getting very close. You guys see, I'm on level 29, and I'm already, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. About approximately 1 out of 5, 1/5 way through level 29 on my sword. And after I level up my sword, it's going to go daggers, or it's going to go voodoo doll, or something like that. Or a grenade, because, for God's sake, I'm already level 23 grenade. I may level that one out and max that one out next. And then, it eventually comes to my pirate. Becoming max pirate level, something of that nature. Just stuff like this actually keeps me drawn to a game. And, for example, whenever I used to play ARC, guys, ARC used to keep me driven because of the grind. I always wanted to stay top. I always wanted to stay, at the top of the food chain. I didn't want to be, no second, sub alpha or anything like that. I was solely driven by becoming the alpha. And after I became the alpha in Arc Life, and that server that I was playing on with my tribe, after I became the alpha, I lost my drive for that game. And to be honest with you, I don't have the same drive as I used to for that game. I don't know what happened, but I lost my drive entirely for ARC. I don't mind playing it here and there, but I'm not the same serious ARC player where I'd play for 7 or 8 hours. I'd come home from school and just play ARC all day. No. That's not me anymore. Me, I like logging onto a game where I can actually play at my own pace. Something where I can end up just having fun and socializing. Something where I'm not going to worry about, just coming back one day and wondering if my base or wondering if my character is still alive. No. That's something where I've been kind of conflicted as, with my gaming and stuff like that. That's where I'm coming at, with POR, with games that I play. I've been completely planning on, this is why I said in the beginning of the video, it doesn't matter what video quality you have, iPhone camera, normal little video recorder. I have this one video recorder that, is one video camera, that is at least 10. I had it whenever I was in 3rd grade, guys, and I'm a senior now in high school. And, that's at least 9 years. At the very least of what people would end up having. And, it doesn't matter what you have. Like I said, whenever I did my first video on this channel, which is a Far Cry 3 hunting guide, and I had an iPhone 4 at the time that I used as a iPod, and I recorded that video with that from my 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 guitar amp and my bass amp. I ended up recording that, and I actually recorded a video that was actually significant at the time for Far Cry 4. How to hunt, and how to end up actually making, getting stuff easy, making the grind less of a grind. And I did that with my iPhone, or my iPod. At the time, my iPhone that I had was an iPhone 4. It was technically an iPod. And because it wasn't serviced, I couldn't get it serviced. It was a Verizon iPhone. Blah, blah, blah. Never mind. That's not even relevant to what I'm explaining. For example, that's how you start. If you have to start that way, that's how you should start. If it's something that you feel like you should be doing, then do it. Don't just sit here and do nothing. Sit here and actually make a difference. Make a difference in what your community, what you want in life, what you actually want for, let's say, a gaming community to actually happen. And this is where the reason why I'm coming from is because I want to vote in my comment section. I have a PlayStation 2. I sell my PlayStation 2. And now, I've been wondering if I should do a split between Pirates Online Retribution and Childhood Memories, a childhood memory series, to where I end up doing, video games from my childhood that I played, and doing a Let's Play through them. For example, the one game that I will be definitely playing as soon as I get my PlayStation 2 hooked up is SpongeBob, Battle for Bikini Bottom. That was the first game on my PlayStation 2. One of the first games I ever had. And I loved that fucking game. That, I cannot remember off the top of my head what it is now. But that and another game was my first game. And then also Cabela's Big Game Hunter 2004. Those were my first games that I had on a PlayStation 2. And, I've been really thinking about it lately. And I want to do POR. I want to promote POR. I want to promote the game that I love playing online. But I also want to do something that I like doing. And I like playing games from my childhood. I like playing, stuff like that. And Ark wasn't a game from my childhood. I mean, it will be in, the next 5 to 10 years, but it won't be right now. Ark isn't really a game from my childhood. Ark is one of those things where I used it to replace a game that I enjoyed playing whenever I was a kid. For example, POR. Or not Pirates Online Retribution, but Pirates of the Caribbean Online. Potco. I loved this game as a kid. Don't get me wrong. I loved playing this game. I loved interacting with the people of the actual community, and I loved it all. But, whenever the game shut down, I felt empty. It was a game that I actually enjoyed, and it was a game that I came back to because another game I played ended up shutting down as well. I never actually got the opportunity because I never actually recorded anything for Soul of Guardian. But I played Soul of Guardian whenever I was younger, whenever I was in my middle school days. You know, I invited my friends to play, you know, stuff like that. And, um, you know, it was one of those games where I solely enjoyed. I played every day whenever I'd come home from school, and I would just start playing that game. You know, it gave me something to actually look forward to when I came home from school. You know, I wasn't like the typical middle school kid where I had a girlfriend every other week. You know, that wasn't me. I was that kid who ended up, I felt like I had something other in life than actually girlfriends and stuff like that. I'd come home and I'd game. And, you know, it was fun. I mean, I loved actually gaming. And whenever I'd game, you know, I just felt like something changed. Like, you know, something inside changed. Like, I actually had I actually had a happiness from it. And it actually made me happy. Maybe it was a fake feeling. Maybe it was a fake happiness. You know, you never know. And you know, you may be wondering where I'm getting at this, but it's one of those things where, you know, I want to promote the games that I loved as a kid. I want to make them not just for my generation, but for the generation ahead of us. You know, I'm 17. You know, I'm probably one of the younger ones of this generation who played Pirates Online. You know, a lot of the people are probably, you know, I have to admit, they're probably in their 20s. They're probably in their, you know, late teens, like 18 or 19. Me, I'm 17. I'm going to soon be 18 here in a couple months. You know, at that point, I'm not going to have the free time that I have right now to actually record these videos and talk about, you know, what's on my mind, you know, what about the game that I'm doing, you know, stuff like that. Like, I'll still have time to do it, but I'm not going to have the same amount of time where, you know, right now, where I could actually just sit here, you know, at, you know, 11:30, almost midnight, just talking about this stuff. And, you know, that day is going to soon come. You know, I'm 17. You know, I'm not going to be a kid forever. I'm not going to be a kid for very much longer. And, you know, I can't. I have to actually man up and become an adult. And that's the point. That's the reality of life. You know, you can't just sit here, enjoy the little things in life. You know, you can as a kid. You know, you can enjoy the little things, you can enjoy the big things, but once I turn 18, I mean, that all changes. You know, once I turn 18, it's time to actually grow up and become an adult. And I've been recognizing that. You know, I can't just sit here all day and record, or I can't just sit here all day and game. You know, that's going to be something that's going to become different. You know, that's something I have to accept in my life. But, yeah. Now, granted, the end of this video is going to be... Now, I'm just going to say it straight up. The end of this video is going to be determined on whenever I max out my sword. I mean, that's what this video is really about. But it's also about just me getting my feelings out there. Me getting my actual thoughts out there. That's what YouTube is, right? You know, YouTube is about actually getting your opinions, getting your feelings. It's a free... Now, it's something that you actually have to follow the guidelines and stuff like that about, but it's also about something that it's a free surface where you can actually express your thoughts, express your mind, express all of that. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm expressing my thoughts, my feelings, about a game I play, or about my channel, or else about, what I want to do in my life, just stuff like that. I can sit here and it's an open channel to where I can actually express my thoughts, my feelings, all of that. And that's what I like about this platform. And it's honestly an amazing thing, something where you can either, you can explain, you can actually have your thoughts, your feelings, just uploaded, and people can either support you or tear you down. And regardless, I don't care what you people think. You guys may like my content, you guys may not. To me, that doesn't matter. To me, it's something I actually enjoy doing. To me, it's something that I actually don't mind doing. It's something that I actually like doing. And it's one of the few things in life I actually like doing. There's very few things I like in life. You know, and it gives me that freedom to talk, that freedom to express myself, that freedom to just be myself. Something that I could never be in life because I was always afraid of judgment. I was always afraid of, just people not accepting me, just stuff of that nature. And now I sit here and I talk about whatever, whatever I feel like, as long as it's in the YouTube guidelines. But yet, even there, I mean, I refuse to be censored. I don't believe in censorship, guys. That's another, maybe a characteristic flaw that I have. Something of that nature. But I don't believe that somebody should be censored in their life. I don't believe that they should be censored. I believe in freedom of speech. I believe in freedom of the press. Freedom of the press. Freedom of expressing yourself. Freedom of just saying what you fucking want in your life. Don't be worried about people judging you. Don't be worried about any of that. Be worried about what's on your mind. What you feel like saying. Don't be worried about don't be worried about what other people think. That's something I regret in my life, is being worried of what actually people thought about what I was doing. People thinking, worried about other people's actual thoughts, people's opinions of me. That was something I was always concerned about in life. But yet now, I could give less of a flying fuck of what people think. I put out this persona of who I am, when really that wasn't me. I figured if anyone wanted to actually get to know the real me, then they would end up actually trying to get to know the real me. And I put out that persona for that exact reasoning. People would accept me for who I am. People would end up loving me for who I am. People wouldn't, the persona that I put out, I made sure that I looked like the most unlikable son of a bitch in the world. And boy, how wrong I was proven at one point in time. I made sure that I was that person who wanted to see the world burn, that gothic, Satanist son of a bitch that nobody would fucking like. But yet, people were drawn to me for that. Because apparently, I wasn't afraid to be myself. And really, that wasn't me. Me, I wasn't that kind of person who wanted to just be a complete gothic son of a bitch, gothic Satanist looking motherfucker, any of that. That wasn't me. Me, I just wanted to be accepted. But in reality, being accepted isn't really worth shit. unless being accepted is not really worth shit unless you are happy with who you are. So, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, please do me a favor. Be yourself. Like, comment, and subscribe. And remember to take it easy. Later, guys.